Hey guys, it's Trey back with another video, and today I'm going to be finishing up the popcorn making process. So I homegrowed these popcorns, and you can go back to a couple videos and I showed you how I harvested them, and I have some popcorn behind me here and I'll show you how to finally finish them. So here's about half of the popcorn I grew this year, and I'm only doing half because you can see I wrote the date on it, September 25th, because I let it dry out for a little bit over 3 months, and that's really important to let it dry out, because if you don't let it dry out enough, it becomes squishy. So like if you cook it and bite it down on it, it kind of smushes and it becomes chewy. So it's important to let it dry out for a long time. So now I'm going to show you how I get the kernels off of it, and then this is what you eventually go into your pot and pop. So here you can see I did a few, but the reason I'm doing this, and I have this over here, is because I'm checking each cob. So I look at the cob and like, I don't know if you can see this, that one's not a good one, or I'll get some good examples. Like on this cob, you can see these are not good ones right here. So what I do is I take a toothpick and I go ahead and pop it out. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but kind of just do that, and it eventually it pops out, and then I pop that over here, and then you don't want to eat those are the bad ones. And then I'll show you how I get the rest of the kernels off of here. So now to take it off of the cob, you want to find an area like this, or you want to pick some off. So there's some like that, and then all you do is you simply just pull it off like this. And it is tedious work, but you can see it comes off nice and easy. And that's another way you can tell it's nice and dry, is if it comes off easy like this. Like when I harvested it, it was just like the corn you eat. It was full of water. So now I dried it out into what you know as popcorn kernels. So after this, after I finish off all of these, I'll go and show you how to actually pop this and eat this. And actually, before we cook it, there's a few more things. I do like to go through here after I put it in here, and I look through, because just like this, that's actually a good one. Just had stuff on it. So then you can see I go and pick that stuff on it and put it back. I just like to go through it because I found quite a few bad pieces, like actually down here. Here's a piece that's not really that good, so then I'll throw that away. And you want to make sure you check it, and you might be wondering why there's so many like hairs in here. So what you do is you pour this out like into another container like that, and kind of blow on it, or put a light fan on it, just so all that stuff get out of there. Or I'll even just blow now. You can see all that stuff in the air just going everywhere. So I take that outside and do that, and then you're going to be ready to pop this. Okay, so this is actually, you can see I only have a little bit here. This is last year's popcorn, and I really maybe only made double this last year, so it's a huge upgrade from what I did last year. So now to start cooking this on stovetop like this, I put around 2 tablespoons of actually butter olive oil. You can see you can get it on Amazon. Butter's just, it helps it get that actual butter flavor. So what you're going to want to do is put that in there. Take 2 of your kernels, put it and soak it in the oil. And then you're going to want to turn your stove on. Put it at around medium heat. And then you're going to want to keep the top on it completely until those 2 kernels pop. And then when they pop, I take about 1/4 a cup, because that's like a good serving. I take that, put it in there, and I also put a little bit of real butter in there. And I'll show you that once those pop. So now I'm going to, the oil's hot enough. I just take this, and I'm adding a little bit of butter into it now to get that flavor. And I'll just add a little at the end. And now what I like to do is put the top on it fully and shake it up so it gets coated in that oil and butter. Now when you put it on the stove, you want to leave it a little bit open so it gets some air, and then that'll start popping soon. So now it's starting to pop in here, and it goes pretty quick. Here we go. And you can say you want to leave that space just a little bit so it can get some air. But there, it's popping now. And it'll only be a matter of a minute or two until that's full. So now it's done. You can see it made a lot, and that was, again, just a fourth of cup of the dry kernels. And, you know, there's a perfect, could even be 2 servings right there. So that's going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.